Hello, BookTube. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth. In less than a week, March will be here. And what does that mean? It means March Mystery Madness. Yay! As well as a plethora of other readathons. So I am going to do my best this year to not only do some March Mystery Madness reading, but also make an attempt to participate in a few of the other readathons that I know about. I'm sure there are plenty that I don't know about, but there are 4 that have been ongoing for quite some time, and I have a pile of possibilities for those. But for March Mystery Madness, I have 3 books in particular that will be my top priority. So let's start with those, and then I'll show you all of the other books that I will make an attempt at reading. So my top priority is going to be the read-along that I am hosting, and the discussion for this book will be in our Mystery Madness Goodreads group. I have already been on there and started the first discussion thread, something like who is joining in. It's in the Whodunits folder in the Mystery Madness Goodreads group. If you are new to that group, please go in and introduce yourself. Now, keep in mind, there are 10 years worth of introductions. So if you want to reintroduce yourself at, as a new member or even as an old member, and I might even do a new folder just for March Mystery Madness 2025, where that you can go on and just, introduce yourself again and that you're participating and all of that. In fact, I think I will do that. I may not get it done today because we are headed out of here very soon to a color guard event, but I will do that as soon as possible. Anyway, the book I am reading is The Berry Pickers by Amanda Peters. This book spans the several years and perhaps generations. I'm not sure, but just from reading the description, I think that this book alone will fulfill Path 3, which is to read mysteries that have been published within the last 10 years that are from various generations. So this happens to be the book club book that my mystery book club is reading for April. And that's generally what I like to do for March Mystery Madness, is do a read along of whatever our April book is, so that I have some good discussion ideas from all of you, which I appreciate very much, going into our book club discussion in my in real life book club. So anyway, I've already had several of you tell me that you are going to be reading this with me and joining in. I'm going to probably divide it into 4 sections. Now, if you like to read just one book at a time and you want to read through it quickly, that's fine. Or if you want to read one section a week, that's fine. I'll go ahead and get the discussion threads up as quickly as I can. Sometimes Goodreads doesn't allow you to do more than a couple of topics per day, so it may take me a few days to get all of those done. But if you want to just read one section a week, and then at the end of each section that you read, come back and discuss it. So read it at your own pace. You can spread it out throughout the month, or you can read it all at once. I am just excited that several people have said they are going to read this with me, and I'm looking forward to it. So then, I mentioned the paths. If you have not seen any of our announcement videos, there are 3 paths to choose from if you want to follow along with our theme, which is Mysteries Through the Decades. So I'm not going to go into what all of the paths are right now. You are certainly welcome to go and watch any of our announcement videos from any of the hosts, and you can learn that. I will put a link to all of the hosts down in the description so that you can go back and see what this is all about if this is the first time that you're hearing about it. Now, we have a bonus prompt this year that I failed to mention in my announcement video, and my apologies for that. Again, this year, we have lost another one of our previous hosts. Scott Bryant of the Bookish Bryants passed away last year, and Scott and Becky were hosts of March Mystery Madness several times and longtime participants, and we were so sad to hear of his passing. So it was suggested that we read a book for March Mystery Madness in Scott's honor. And the book I have chosen for that is Dim Sum of All Fears by Vivian Chen. This is book 2 in the Noodle Shop Mysteries. Now, I have heard wonderful things about the Noodle Shop Mysteries, and I read book 1 in a read-along with Scott and Becky. It was a read-along that they hosted several years ago, and that's why I am reading book 2 in Scott's honor, because I won't be able to read book 2 or any book in this series without thinking of them and remembering that fun read-along that we did. And so this is going to be my book in honor of Scott Bryant of the Bookish Bryants. Now, last year, we had a prompt to remember our friend Janelle, who was from the channel Too Fond of Books. Janelle was a longtime March Mystery Madness host and participant, and she passed away in 2023. And I had said I was going to read Full Dark House by Christopher Fowler in her honor, and I didn't get it done. So I am going to make this one of my top 3 priority books for this year, and I'm looking forward to reading it. Janelle talked about this book several times and talked about how fun this series was. It's book 1 in the Peculiar Crimes Unit mystery series, and it just sounds like a lot of fun. Now, a few of the other hosts are going to be leading read-alongs and doing other activities for March Mystery Madness. And I have not had a chance to learn what everybody is doing, but I do know that Tiffany, the Beach Bum Bookworm, is going to be leading a read-along of Cheddar Off Dead by Karina Moss. This is book 1 in the Cheese Shop Mysteries, and I have heard wonderful things about this series. I don't have a copy of it. My library doesn't have it. I don't know if I have it available to me on any of the ebook resources that I subscribe to, but if I can get my hands on that book, I would like to read that and participate in that read-along. Then the Killing Time with Cozy's group is also currently doing a read-along of the Emergency Dessert Squad Mysteries by Laura Bradford. And we have been reading book 1 right now in February. So for March, we will be reading book 2, which is The Silence of the Flans, or is it Flans? I guess it depends on what part of the country you live in. But anyway, this is book 2, and as far as I know, we are continuing with this read-along through March, so I will be listening to this one on audio. Now, a lot of the books that I have in my pile of possibilities are books that I can't get on audio, so it's not likely that I will get a tremendous amount of these read, but I'd like to attempt as many of them as I can. I have a few books here that I need to read for book club, 2 books for March, and then I have got another one that is for, I think, May, and if I can get it on audio, I may go ahead and listen to that one as well. Now, my 2 for March happen to both have a mystery element to them, not just my book for the mystery book club, but the one for my regular general book club. And this one is called The Frozen River by Ariel Lawhon, and it looks like a historical fiction mystery book, and I've got it here on this playaway, so I shouldn't have any trouble getting this one done. I believe this book is new enough to count for Path 3 as well, and this one also is new, and I don't know if this is based on a historical time frame or not, but this is called Cleat by James Lee Burke. I'm not a huge fan of James Lee Burke. I have read one book in his Dave Robichaux series that was very gritty, and I read it for book club a few years back, and then I went back and tried to listen to book 1, and it was just too much. It was way out of my comfort zone. So this, I think, is book 1 in a spin-off series. I believe Cleat is a character from the Dave Robichaux series. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it, but because I facilitate the Mystery Book Club, I kind of need to read it, although there is a library staff member who is our book club liaison, and she loves James Lee Burke, and she's always willing to lead the discussion if for some reason I can't get through a book, or I can't get to a book, or whatever. So anyway, but this one is a crime fiction novel, and I believe I can get this on audio, so I should be able to get to this one because I need to have it read by the second Thursday in March. And then I threw this one in here because I own it. This is our May book for my Mystery Book Club. And if I can get it on audio, I'll go ahead and listen to this one too. Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Raybourn. And I don't know what decade this is set in, but it was published within the last few years. So I believe it would count for Path 3 as well. I've got one more mystery book, but this one is going to be my book for the Irish Readathon. I just looked yesterday and realized that there are 3 more books in this series that I didn't even know about. This is a series that I was caught up with at one point, and now I've got to catch up again. I didn't even put it on my Serious About Series list because I thought I was caught up. It is the Irish Village Mysteries by Carleen O'Connor, and I am up to book, I think, 9 or 10. The next one I need to read is Murder in an Irish Irish Bakery. I have 2 that are available to me now on audio, and I may go ahead and listen to both of those. This will be the next one here that I can get on Hoopla. There is one more listed on Goodreads. It may be coming out later this year. I'm not even sure. I didn't look that far into it, but I know that I can listen to 2 of these on audio from Hoopla and work towards getting caught back up again with this series. All right, another readathon that I usually try to participate in and I don't always get to something is March of the Mammoths. And I will put a link down below for the information about that readathon. But it's basically a readathon to challenge you to tackle a book that is 800 pages or more. And I don't know that I even read a book of that length last year. But this year, I would really like to get back to the Kingsbridge Chronicles by Ken Follett. And I'm up to book 3, which is Column of Fire. I don't own this one, and I think that's part of the reason that I never got started on it last year. I need to find my own copy. I just went ahead and checked this out from the library, and I've had my eyes out at the bookstore where I work so that if one comes in, I'm going to grab it, because a book of this length will take me way longer than one library checkout a time frame will do. It took me several months to read both Pillars of the Earth and World Without End. Anyway, though, I do have access to an audiobook on CD of this, but I really enjoyed reading books 1 and 2 in print. I feel like I absorbed it more, and it's just sometimes fun to just hold a big giant book in your hand, or at least prop it on something. It just really gives you a sense of accomplishment, and so I may go ahead and check out the audio as a supplemental way to read this, but I would like to go ahead and get started on this book in March. Now, of course, we can't forget Middle Grade March. Please forgive me if at some point during the rest of the video I accidentally say March Mystery Madness when I'm talking about Middle Grade March, because I have to stop and catch myself. March Mystery Madness just rolls off my tongue, but Middle Grade March, I have to think about to say it correctly. So in February, I learned about a readathon called Folklore February that's hosted by Kat from Kat's Novel Adventures. And I was trying to think of what I could read for that readathon. I happened to remember that I have a series on my Serious About Series list that would fall in that realm of things to read for Folklore February. And this is book 2 in the Land of Stories series by Chris Colfer. I looked on Everand and I saw that the audiobook was on Everand, and I told Kat, yay, I can read book 2 in this series. I read book 1, or I listened to it on audio at the time. It was the only one from the series that I could get on audio, and now I can't even get it on audio because I dug a little deeper into Everand, and it looks like all the books in this series are premium reads. And Everand has a new system now, and I'm not sure if that means that I've just already read my allotment of premium reads and I'll get more next month, or if it's a premium read, I can't get it at all unless I upgrade my subscription. I'll find out by the end of the month, but that's neither here nor there. I realized when I went to pick this up, it has been too long since I read this one, and I'm going to need to just go ahead and read this one again. If I can get them on audio, that'll be great. I'll listen to both of them. If I can't, I'll probably just go ahead and start back with this one. And I'd like to go ahead and read both of these at some point this year. And then, not wait so long before the next one. Go ahead and try to read 1 or 2 each year until I finish the series. I think it's a 6-book series. I own them all. And I remember really enjoying this one. One of the middle grade March prompts is to read a book where there's travel involved. And in this series, this brother and sister duo travel through a portal into this fairy tale realm, and they have to, I think, travel through different kingdoms and all that. So these would count for travel. One of the other middle grade March prompts is to read a book in a series, and so those are both in a series. I've got a couple more that are part of series. I have The Force Oversleeps, which is book 5 in the Jedi Academy series. This is probably really more of an elementary series, but I'm still going to count it because I don't think I'm going to read a full-length adult Star Wars novel this month. I had planned to start my second one for the year in February, and I just didn't get it done. So I've already sent it back to the library, and I thought for March, I will just go ahead and pick up one or two in this series. This one is mostly a graphic novel. The previous books in this series have had kind of a good mix between text and graphic novel, but it looks like this one is almost all graphic novel. Anyway, this author is Jarrett J. I'm going to attempt to say maybe Krasokska. But this is the only middle grade book I have this month that has even close to a 3-word author name. So the middle J there is going to have to count as the third name, which is one of the prompts to read a book by an author with 3 names. So this will have to count for that. It's also part of a series. And then one last book that's part of a series. This one and the previous one are on my Serious About Series list. This is Theodore Boone, The Fugitive by John Grisham. The Theodore Boone series is a wonderful series. I have been wanting to get back to this book for quite some time. I listened to the first few on audio, and the second half of the series is not available to me through my library on audio. So I'm going to need to read this one in print. I hope I can get to it, and I'm really looking forward to it. And then I've got one more middle grade book that I don't think fits any of the prompts for middle grade March, but it is a Newbery winner, and it's the next Newbery winner that I want to read. It's actually a reread. I just don't remember anything about it. This is Moon Over Manifest by Claire Vanderpool, and I think I did listen to this one on audio when it first came out. Now the audio is not available to me, and I've got it here in my stack because I had said I was going to try to get going on it in February, and I still might. I'm currently right now only reading one book in print and one ebook that I'm trying to finish this month. So I've got a little bit of extra time. I may go ahead and get started on this one and then hope to finish it up at some point during the month of March. I think that is everything that I'm going to make an attempt to read during the month of March, other than my other devotional books and things like that I already showed you in my January video. So that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will join us for March Mystery Madness. There will be some pop-up live streams here and there. We want to try to have a kickoff live stream either on Friday night, February 28th, or at some point on March 1st. I know I can't leave one on March 1st because I have 2 separate in real life events that I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between. So if it looks like none of the other hosts are able to host one, I perhaps will do one on Friday night after I get home from work. So just be on the lookout. Be sure you subscribe to all the hosts, and just be aware of when somebody is hosting sprints or a live stream or anything like that. And be sure you join our Discord group for announcements. I will try to post announcements for activities as I find out about them in our Goodreads group. So be sure that you are a member of that. And I hope you enjoy the month of March. Happy reading to everyone. I hope that you are planning to participate. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know what you're planning to read for March Mystery Madness and any other readathons that you are participating in. So that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.